Well, good afternoon, evening, sort of. I think it's around 6:37, maybe after 7. Not sure. Not after 8. Hey, like the dinner mints. Whatever. So yeah, Donny Walker here. Of course, it's not an impersonator. So just doing some organization tonight. Like when you set up like a new shop and a new home, you throw everything in there, then you try to start sorting it out and you come up with different ideas later on and you start moving stuff. Just like I did tonight with this nice bench I made with from the Bucking gave me that big slab of wood, that big maple slab. So I turned it the other way because having it this way horizontally in the room here limited my access back here. So I turned it vertical now, or whatever you want to call it, sideways. Now I got more use, big area here where I'm sitting on my beautiful hairdressing chair that you pump up and you can go up and down, right? How do you do it again? Oh, right here on the side. Yeah. Anyways, it never worked out for my porting bench, so I got my original chair over there, and that's what I'm using now. This one has this thing out in the front here that you put your feet on when you're getting your haircut, and it gets in the way of my moving of my feet to my pedals to run my Fordham grinders for my porting tools. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, organizing stuff. I'm really bad that way. Like, my brother and my mother and my wife and my kid, they'll tell you, "Oh my God, Dad, or Donnie, why do you leave stuff all over the place?" Well, most of the time I've never have any place to put anything, or I'm just scattered a bit that way. Like I know where everything is. I know exactly where everything is. Like my tool bench, at work at Walker's. I have my tools in a certain spot. I lay certain ones on the bench. So when stuff comes in fast, fallers need something done quick or a tree service dude or whatever, even a consumer person, I have that tool right there and can do it real quick. I don't have to search for it or anything like that. So I have them always laid out properly like that, right? It might be a little bit of a mess, but it's my mess and I know how it works, right? I know where that screwdriver is, that Allen key, fuel line puller or whatever, right? It's the way some people work, man. You know, not everyone's a tidy duddy, type person, right? So, but this, tonight I'm actually just, yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to organize this a little better. I want things. I'm trying to get better at it and keep focused, right? I probably didn't tell you all out there, or maybe you guys all don't know, but I had a years ago. See, my memory's a little bad for that. Quite a few years ago, 10 years ago maybe, or a little bit more. I had a bad accident on a scooter, two-stroke scooter I had. One of those stand-on scooters you go around on. It's like a skateboard with a motor. Me and a buddy had a couple, and I souped them up, of course. Tanaka 50cc motors on them. No helmets on, having a good day on a summer day. I was on Gabriel Island and I crashed this thing. I went off the road on a hairpin corner. I hit a piece of pavement, skidded off, down 40 feet onto my head. Got airlifted to a hospital in Victoria, BC. Was clinging on to life for a while, but they fixed me up. And I ended up having to get a little brain surgery. It's kind of messed my well-being of life, my organization of it, and my physical ability. But this move I've done to Parksville here, I really like to work at home a bit, and I'm bike riding some more, and I'm going to get back into golfing. There's like 3 or 4 golf courses around here, and I love golfing. It's great. I'm not competitive. I'm not that great, but I always hit it straight and far. You know, I don't give a crap if it goes off somewhere else. I just get back on it, right? Some people are way too competitive. So that's what I'm trying to do. I think this move has been really good for me. I've actually lost a little weight in the last couple of weeks because I've been doing so much work and kind of been changing my diet and stopped the old drinking the booze thing. So that adds up too. Keeps me more focused and better on work. So my area here is set up okay right now to start. I've been porting saws. I've done about 6 or 8 so far here, and I got some other projects on the side that I'm doing for people on some older saws that I'm doing, which is fine. I'm kind of picky about that. I don't like to do a lot of weird stuff. I'm not going to start doing vintage saws for people or anything, but maybe a bit older ones from at least the 80s or something, eh? You know what I mean? So yeah, so tonight I move my bench around here and just start setting up a little bit better here before I'm gonna port 3 more cylinders tonight. Actually, a 3120, a 661, and a 372, and a Echo 7310. Those new Echoes are awesome. All my guys that I've run it as a test saw have loved it. Great power, smooth, good oiler to it. It fits a tree nice. I have 2 demos. I'm going to get them out a little bit more. And I want to try them now I'm going to try one in a log sort where they run 404 and see how it stands up and how the fellas like it. They're running right now old school or 372 X Torques, and I think they have one 572 there. So we'll see how that works out. Also tonight, I'm going to show you guys a couple projects I'm doing, which I've kind of showed you before, but I'm so busy, man, and I'm a one-man band. It's hard to do everything, eh? I can't stay up to 12, 2 in the morning doing things after I work all day, right? So I got this 592 behind me here. I have a couple of them. I have one mocked up one that I cut the cylinder in half because the compression release button stripped out and blew out, which was weird. It was a warranty issue, so I took that cylinder and cut it a half so I can make up a little mock-up saw and check out a few things, right? But this one I got behind me here right now, that's behind the camera where I'm shooting from right now, has a 24-inch new bar on it, a Walker Saw Shop light bar, and some still full house pre-ground chain. The 33 RSL it's called. 33 RSL is pre-ground still chain 50 gauge. So the bar I have on here is the still bar, but I have the Canon adapter for it. And I think I've showed you that before. You can put the adapter on the Husky saw to fit the still bar. So I have the 50 gauge still bar on there, 24 inch, and that chain on it. I haven't had time, and I won't have time to really make this chain into more of a racing chain. But I think out of the box, it's pretty sharp. I'm not even going to touch it. I only think I'm going to take the rakers down. Chisel ground chain or ground chain. You don't need the rakers down as much as a hand file chain. A lot of my friends in BC here, West Coast fallers, and I know them all. They're perfectionists on chain grinding. My one friend, Don Colombe, he's an older fella, a French fella. He moved out here years ago when he was young. He was like probably one of the best. This guy was so precise. My dad and him actually even made a dial indicator that would sit on top of the chain, and he would get his rakers set so perfect. Rakers setting for chisel chain or hand chiseled file chain is really around 21 to 22 thousandths from the tooth height. Standard chain comes at 25 in Oregon, and I think still, I don't know the metric conversion right now. I could figure it out, but you know what I mean, right? So chisel chain, you want the rakers a little higher. You got to think about it. That top tooth, that chisel tooth, when it grabs that wood, it's cutting it like a chisel. And my dad and me, years ago, testing chains, I remember picking up the chips that he cut with, and we measure them with a vernier caliper. And he could tell what those rakers are. You measure your chip that comes out of that tooth, it pretty much determines what your raker was set out. True thing. Some people wouldn't believe that, but it is, man. My dad would spend hundreds of hours on a chain. My friend Dave McLeod is coming down from Campbell River tomorrow, I believe. His 3120 that he runs at the logging shows with my dad's chains. He's bringing the one chain because it's got a broken tooth. So I got some chain pieces that I'm going to take to my dad and figure out what he needs to replace on and help him out with it. That 3120 that Dave runs in the open competition or the 135cc or whatever you call it events here in Canada, in the Canalog Logger Sports, he's won more competitions with that saw than anyone else with a bike saw or anything. You know why? Because it starts first pull every time. He gets to the wood fast, and that chain cuts. You can have a 125cc hot saw with the little wraparound starter thing they put on there, rope, pull it. If it don't start right away, now you just lost like 30 seconds. Dave's already through that piece of wood already, up to his second cut. Just saying. I believe Logger Sports has got a little crazy with racing saws. In Canada here, we have only certain rules with CCs and top covers and pipes and stuff like that. I would like to see that change a little bit for different CCs of saws, and I wish more people would get involved with it, with CCs of saws. Let's have a 50cc class. Let's have a 70cc class, 80cc class, you know? That'd be kind of cool, like they do down in the U.S. We don't have that up here in Canada, you guys. You guys have have unlimited stuff. I've seen guys like my friend Robert down in Washington State. I met this guy years ago. Came up on he actually took a float plane all the way from Seattle to Nanaimo, and he came and I believe we did a hot saw for him like an 084 or something. But he's the guy on the videos where you see running that V8. You know what I mean? Like a V8 with those two big guys just drops to the log, right? Too funny, man. Yeah, I've seen a lot of different stuff, a lot of weird stuff. But hey, let's get on to the video. I got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, and hopefully you're not going to get bored. Okay? I have a friend of mine, Matt James. Let me just grab something here. I got a little cheat sheet. Sorry, Matt. Got a little cheat sheet. I do know most of his history, though. He brought me an older 385 that the bottom end is still perfect. There's something wrong running-wise, but I'm going to put a highway cylinder on it, a 391, and I'm going to use that as a test one for highway. That I'm also testing the 372 big bore with my friend Rick Antonico, and that thing's been running flawless for a couple of months now. He's actually going to turn the RPM up. Normally he runs them about 14.2. He has this one set at 13.8 with bar and chain on. And we'll see how it lasts, okay? So far it's been good. Then I'm going to do this with the highway one for Matt James. Now, Matt James is originally from Sussex, New Brunswick. And he knows a few other friends of mine that are from that area. I know a lot of people from New Brunswick that actually came out this way following and stuff years ago. London Lions, Don Hovey, tons of guys. Not tons of guys, just a few, right? But they were like, those guys that came from out there and have been working here for years are like a few of the best West Coast fallers ever. I've had trained guys and have done really well. It's really cool that way that these guys, even at their university there where they took forestry programs and stuff like that, they actually have a logger sports program, and they all get into that kind of thing, eh? Anyways, off the top of you, Donny Betts is the other one, man. Sorry about that, Donny. His cousins and his family from New Brunswick, they all live in Doketown, New Brunswick. Doke, not dope, Doke. And I've been selling his cousin's saws and him saws for years. They're kind of cool, eh? Yeah. Anyways, just thought I'd mention that. Anyways, Matt James came from that way. His daughter's name is Sarah, and she likes to watch the videos if his dad's mentioned into it, which is cool. Really nice to, I've never met her, actually. Actually, I think I have. I think Matt brought her by one day. So his company's Spartan Timber. And he was born in 1981. Holy shit, man. You're way younger than me, man. God, I'm an old fart now, eh? Anyways, he's a good West Coast faller. I'm going to put the test cylinder kit on this saw for him and check everything else over, of course. I'm not just going to put a cylinder kit on it and not check out the fuel system, pressure vac, the saw. That's all important, man. You know, you put a new top end on something that's got an air leak or a fuel system problem, you just wasted that new jug, right? So that's what I'm going to do with that. Okay, Matt, James, and Sarah? Don't know your wife's name, or I'd say hi to her too. Anyways, have a great night. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll give you a call, Matt, about this saw. Next here, I want to show you my 592 project. I got a pipe from CPI Racing, which is the Rocky Mountain Chainsaw Boys. He sent me a pipe for free. I paid the shipping. No big deal. Thank you very much, guys. And I'm doing some port timing on this 592 I got. I'm going to try it with the auto-tuned carburetor to see if it'll actually run right and cut right. Or I'm going to switch and put the 585 ignition on it and the 585 carburetor, which is adjustable. And the ignition as well, I don't think has as much as a rev limiter, but I'll get back to you on that. The carburetor itself, I found already with 585s, they really don't adjust much. Like they tell you a setting, a stock setting to use. But I've tried adjusting them and they don't really change. There's something in that carburetor that I'm going to figure out with the main jet system or the orifice and figure it out. And we'll go from there. Maybe, and running a tuned pipe on this saw. I'll also probably change the pop-off pressure of the carburetor because it's going to need a lot more fuel, I think, which I've normally done with other type of carburetors I put onto 3120s, 395s, stuff like that, right? 066s, 084s, whatnot, right? So now I'm going to give you a little bit of a show here. I'm going to show you the Walker Saw Shop bars that we've had made. And the chain I got on this saw, and just kind of a little mock-up I got here on my bench right now, on the Thank You McBuckin bench. Thank you, McBuckin. Bucket Billy Ray. You guys all know him. Everyone knows Buckin. And yeah, I got to get on this because I really want to go to this Logger Sports in Powell River with my dad and my friend Dan, the carver, Dan Ritchie. One of the best chainsaw carvers in the world, I think. Because I just want to run this new Husky. I don't care if I lose or win. Doesn't matter to me. As long as I can go run a saw. Keep your saw into it, right? See how that goes. I'm thinking of, either driving my dad's old truck and camper there with him, or we just go over there and stay in a B&B or something. Not sure on that yet, but I'll get back to you on that. Okay, let's give you a little demonstration show what I'm doing here with the 592. Here's my 592. Hopefully the lighting's okay. I got the Walker Saw Shop 24-inch bar, 50 gauge on it. 3/8 CPI racing pipe from the Rocky Mountain Chainsaw Boys. And yeah, I wish I had time to polish his chain up and everything, but I'm just going to leave it stock, and we're going to see how it cuts. There's the 385 that I'm going to turn into 390 for Matt James. And over here, cylinders I got to do. I'm going to do a couple tonight. I'm going to do the 661 for the fella up in the Queen Charlottes. And I'm going to do the 3120 and the 592. Yeah, there's my little bench set up for disassembly and assembly. And I'm still in working progress of organizing this. Okay. Ron's Tree Service. It doesn't have to be a jungle there. That's a great logo. Never noticed that before, buddy, until I just seen that on your shirt just now. Thanks, Ron, for sending me those shirts after I did all those saws for you. Let's go back here. I've been bringing a lot more of my saws here. There's an old IEL made in Vancouver, Canada. My Shidawa collection. I have a few more still I gather up. Some of my McCulloughs. That Mall. Man, I wish I could find a carburetor and a reed block system for that and get that running. My friend, 125, that's actually 101 motor in it. Got to get that going. Homelight C51. Rob Kerr's old Still 031, I think it is. Is that an 031? Is it? 041. Oh, cool, buddy. Yeah, I'm just going to get that running for him. And a couple old junkers I got here. Anyways, this is a long video now. Sorry about the time frame, but whatever. I'm home alone tonight. Shelly's staying in Nanaimo tonight with Fozzie the dog. And taking care of the daycare there. We got approved the other day. Our licensing officer came in and the new daycare in Parksville got approved. So we're going to get that opened up in the next few weeks. And everything's coming together. Donnie's going to get healthy, riding bikes up here, and get a lot of work done. So if you guys want any builds done on certain projects, give me a shout, and I'll see if I can have time to help you out with them. If not, I can help you out on a video or give you information how to do it yourself. Why not, man? Let's learn. Speaking of that, it's kind of funny I just said that because my friend at the Parksville Community Center, where we're leasing that building for our the child care. He actually said I could use a room, and he's had people approach him about like putting on classes for stuff. So I'm gonna put on a small engine service class here in Parksville, Qualicum area. Rent a room and see if I can get enough people to come and deal with it, right? And I'll take some old motors there, some saws, and show some people on how to service your equipment. I think that would be a really good thing. My dad did it years ago, and I helped him out with it. I put the Malaspina College in Nanaimo. So, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I've been doing some volunteering for the community here, helping out a little bit, and I'm going to start doing some more. If you got some knowledge and some time to help out people, why not, eh? So, be kind to everyone. Help out people. Keep your saw in the wood, stick in the ice, rubber in the road. Check out the walkersawshop.com. My brother Johnny and his wife's away right now. So me and Cheyenne and the guys there have been really pulling it off good. Sam's on holidays too, eh, Sam? So yeah, I've been just doing a bunch of stuff, helping them out. And then get there tomorrow again and help them out. So hey, have a good day. Tomorrow's TGIF. Get ready for it, because then you got the weekend to hang out with your kids and family and have a good time. Bye now.